Okay, here we go. Let's go live. Okay. Alright, guys. Alrighty. Okay, let me just make these things minimized. Got a lot going on in this stream. Okay. So today I want to try and build something cool with Gemini. And if you guys don't know what Gemini is literally Google's latest AI, and it's touted to be one of the best AIs, especially for coding. So today I thought it would be cool to maybe do a little live stream where we explore what it can do and build something fun. So if we look at like the demo apps that they've got, for example, there's like a dictation app, video learning app, and I'd like to just go through this to like kind of show you guys. Let's actually go with this video to learning app to show you like wow, what's actually possible nowadays. Like look at this. This is like, let me just move this thing out of the way there. Here we go. Okay, just pop it over there. All right. So let me turn this one on. So literally here you can paste a YouTube URL or example to begin. Okay, let's try just example. Okay, how chords work. Okay, I actually enjoy fractals, so that's so cool. So you paste a YouTube video URL and it builds an app to basically a learning app from the content. That's insane. I mean, who would have thought this stuff is like possible not even too long ago? Look at that. Codes, specs, render. Okay, so, but obviously this is just the examples. What I want to do is actually create our own app. So let's try go with a prompt. Edit app name and description. Interesting. Let's actually try create an app from scratch. This is actually the first time I'm using it, so I'm curious to see how it works. Index CSS. So I'm not actually seeing where we actually how we actually create it. Hello. That's weird. Okay. Let's actually see how we do it. Run code changes automatically. So I'm kind of looking for the prompt place where we can actually, instead of just like actually writing the code, I want to actually create the prompt, write the prompt down and have it write it for me, because we don't really necessarily want to write the code. Okay, let's go into the chat and say, okay, get this going. Hi Gemini. How do I actually use your starter apps to give it a prompt so it can actually start writing code for an app that I have an idea for? Interesting. Rerun this turn. So the thing is, I want this actual one where you say create an app. Prompt Gemini in this simple example. That's kind of what I want. Can't type here, can't do anything. That's interesting. Okay, let's see. Link to Gemini app builder. See, here's the starter app. Okay, I'm guessing we want to start from here. But how do we actually use this? How do we use this to actually write this stuff for us? Okay, let's see here. Let's see if we can actually run it. No, that's not it. I'm actually going to find Wes Roth's video on this, and then let's just take a look at how he did it. Because he was able to build some cool stuff, and I was quite... Yeah, there we go. I think this is the one. Let's see where the links are. No. So essentially he built...
They're talking about the same model. We'll simulate. All right.
Gemini Advanced. Okay, so he's using...
So here it pops up as I'm doing this, recommending that I test out 2. It just makes that app appear in a little sidebar. So if it's a web app, it just shows you what that web app.
Gemini Advanced. Okay. So let's just go straight in here, see if we can build it from here. Okay. I want to create a simple So the idea that I have is I want to create something that collects emails, like an email collector landing page, but they have to play some game in order to like submit their email or something. So can you generate an app for me that's like a email collector page, like an email subscription page, but it has some sort of gamified um, where you have to play a game and then submit your email uh, via like a game kind of idea. let's let's see what it can do, if we can build something like that. I'm wondering if we have to have Gemini Advanced to be for it to be actually like create the actual app for us. Oh wow, look at that. It's starting to build it up. Okay, let's see. Can help you create a gamified email collector. This page will feature a simple and fun game. If the user successfully completes the game, an email subscription form will appear, allowing them to submit the email address. It's designed to be visually appealing and responsive, so it looks great on all devices. Okay, that sounds good. Click the target game. Okay. You will need to click it a certain number of times within a time limit. Catch the target. Alright. Oh, this is so cool. It just built it straight out of the box for me. Look at that. Alright. That is so sick. And we can take a look at the code. It's simple HTML, so it's very easy to encode it into. That is so cool. Alright, this is the one I was looking for. So in Google AI Studio, I was hoping that we could actually do it from inside here. As you can see, there's like demo apps here that they've built that done some really cool stuff. But I'm struggling to actually find where we actually have something that we like prompting that we can actually build something like that. Okay, that's great. But maybe let's make it a little bit more interesting than just like clicking a target. Let's go. I like this, but let's try and make the game be a little bit more not really snakes and ladders, but like where there's a character and he has to like jump through a maze or something. Let's try and make it as visually appealing as possible. Or maybe some like a maze solver or like pattern solver game. Okay, so just to clarify, I'm trying to create an app, a landing page that is like an email collector. So for most people have their landing, like it's very important to have an email list where for businesses or for people who do stuff online, it's important to have an email list so that you can start building your list of customers and stuff like that. And I just thought, let's make like a fun way to like collect those emails, make something a little bit more interactive. And I'm really going to see if Gemini can do something like that. Thanks for the sub. Was it Gershwin or Calvin? Shot guys, I think it was Shot Cal. Appreciate. All right, let's take a look here and see. Okay, you like a more engaging game, perhaps a pattern solver. I do like pattern solvers. I don't know if you guys have ever played these games where it's like a murder mystery and you have to go like on the screen there's all these items and you have to find this thing and you have to like find an item here and like put it there and then solve a pattern and it unlocks stuff. But obviously you don't want to make it too complicated that that they can never reach the subscribe button, you know. Okay, become a pattern master. Memorize a sequence to unlock the email subscription. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, four. Oh no, no. One, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1. It said start there. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Was it here again? Great. And then you can subscribe. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's try and make it a little bit more visually appealing and animated. I like this block idea. Let's see if we can add like sounds to it. Okay, can we make this a bit more visually appealing? Maybe adding sounds to when clicking the blocks, or different sounds when the blocks are activated, and maybe make it a bit more 3D and interactive. Really trying to push the limits here. I want to see how like visually appealing we can make something just by prompting and talking to the... Oh, hello. More Jason SQL Pi. Sorry, I didn't see your what you were saying there, Calvin. You have a cool idea more around analytics. All right, well, what do you with the backend data? Any data generated? So right now I'm just trying to see what we can actually achieve here. So essentially the idea is an email collector that's gamified. So just something that stands out a bit more. But yeah, I guess it would be cool to have something that's like a little bit more analytics side. But right now I'm trying to like look at how can we build some like a fun game that like captures the person's attention and then allows them to subscribe to the email subscription. I saw someone do this on X, the old Twitter, and they said they had really good results with it. And the way they did it was actually like a zombie, like a top view of a zombie game, where you had to run and try like escape the zombies. And I thought that was so cool. And at the end, you would have a score, and in order to like see your score, you would have to put in your email that will also subscribe you to the email list. Okay. I'm hearing sounds. There's definitely sounds, but there's... Okay. So I'm going to say here, there's definitely sounds, but when the pattern is being played, I can't actually see the blocks that are lighting up, or the blocks at all. Let's see if we can fix that issue. But I don't know if you guys can actually hear the sound from the... Let me see if I can just make... I don't think I can. Let's give it a shot here. See what's up. What's up, bro? Harmon Gill, how you doing, D? Oh, you know what? This whole thing is all in the way. I'm just gonna move this out of the way. You guys can actually see what's going on. There we go, that's better. A little bit more out of the way. I saw this whole follower goal block was in the way of the whole pattern image. Okay. Do you see what's happening? Like every time it's saying watch carefully and then the block is completely disappearing. Okay, let's get it to fix that. I think it's just completely frozen. Okay. Start the game. Okay. The blocks are being, when the pattern is playing, the blocks are being like grayed out and they're not lighting up so I can see which blocks I need to click on. Let's see if that fixes it. Something went wrong. Okay. What went wrong? It's just saying something went wrong. What if we change the what if we changed our model? Okay, I guess we'll have to stick to Gemini 2.5 Pro. I'm just going to say the blocks are not lighting up when the pattern is playing. Please work. Do not. How dare you? Yes, man. Okay, so clearly Gemini is not I guess this is just a preview version. I think maybe I might just upgrade to the Gemini Advanced because this is quite cool. I'm quite surprised at like what it's done, how it's just built this. So there are previous versions. So yeah, that's essentially what I wanted to do. So correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy peasy, and then you can subscribe. Maybe let's actually try a new thing. So let's create a game that's like a survival based game where there's like zombies. I joined late, but this is the new Gemini version for coding. Yes, this is the Gemini 2.5 Pro. This is still the preview version. But yeah, it's quite good. I won't lie. But let's try and push the limits here a bit and see if we can create like a zombie survival game and just see what it actually outputs. Can you create a zombie survival game? And let's have like a leaderboard where we can have scoring. I wonder if it's going to make like a top over versus Claude. I have used Claude before. You're asking if this is better than Claude. I do actually think it is. Of all the the reviews that I've seen online and I have used Claude 2.5 Sonnet, but at the moment Gemini 2.5 Pro Experimental seems to be winning. It's got a massive context window. What I'm actually going to do is for the next live is I'll actually upgrade to the Gemini Advanced so that we can actually really it should have faster response times. But yeah, Gemini 2.5 Pro is really good. I think it's really leading the. I don't know if you guys know about the AI leaderboard where they like compare AIs in a blind test. So basically, they have all these AIs and they blind test it. So they'll give you 2 responses and they're both different AIs, and then people rank them based on the response. And right now, I think Gemini 2.5 Pro is sitting at the top, especially for coding. It's like beating all the benches for all the other. This is looking sick. Okay. Use WASD or arrow keys to move. Click or space to shoot. Touch controls available. Okay, enter your name. Okay. This is okay. Let's just hope that it actually works. Okay, so you can move around. Okay, this is like pretty straightforward. Okay, and you can shoot with the space bar, and the zombies chase you. That is very cool. Oh, what's coming up from behind? This is really, really cool. I wonder, you can't really shoot, you can only shoot in one direction, which is quite annoying. Because you can't shoot, you can't shoot them from the side or anything. But this is really, really good. I would say this is quite decent. Okay, let's see what happens when we die. And then submit our score. That is so sick. Okay, that's really, really cool. I'm quite impressed by it. Let's see if we can iterate on it a bit more. And okay, all right, we gotta upgrade. Okay, so guys, what I'll do is I'll upgrade, and in the next live I'll wear Yazi. In the next live, what I'll do is I'll get the advanced mode for you guys all, so we can really play this and test. Because what I'd really like to do is right now, I'd love to make something like 3D, where you could actually have like create the game where maybe you're running around a city and the zombies are chasing you, and you can have different weapons and maybe even some like movement abilities. I think that would be cool, because the top-down view is kind of cool, but it's not really. I mean, I think nowadays with games we want something a bit more 3D and interactive than this. And I'm wondering to see how well Gemini would perform at it. So thank you guys for tuning in. Where are the files? So if you look at the code, so if you can see, there's a button right here. Gosh, I'm going to move this out of the way because you can't actually see. I can move this out of the way. You'll see here's the preview is here. So what's really nice about Gemini is, how do I go live with 12 followers? Well, you got to start somewhere, bro. Keith. It's on TikTok Live Studio. It's for the desktop. It seems like you can go live. I don't know on TikTok on mobile. But to get back to your answer about the files, Siwang, is basically it's all HTML here, and you can actually go in and edit the code if you want. And what's really nice with Gemini is you can see previous versions. We've only got one version at the moment. And then you can hit the preview here where you can actually see it run. Very, very cool. I think it's cool. See if I can submit another score. Oh, we did better on that one. But yeah, there's a leaderboard. The game is working. I mean, the concept is there. It's very clear. But yeah, let's push the limits on the next one. I'd love to have you guys tune in on the next one. I think it'll be very interesting to see how far we can push the limits on here. I have seen some people make like a Call of Duty version, just with like not even Gemini. I think this was with the GPT-4s or the Claudes. But I think they did have to use some other software and know how to write a bit of code. But I'm really trying to see how we can rely on AI to write pretty much all of it for us. It can make a React app. There are other languages. So actually what's cool is, okay, this is just the Gemini chat. So if you want it, it's on gemini.google.com. But you can actually create in Google AI Studio, in the starter apps. If you go create app, you can create an empty app, a prompt, a live agent, chat examples. But here's your one example React app using Gemini. So literally there it starts initializing it for you. I still haven't figured out how to like chat with it. Like there should be a spot here where you could could chat with it so it could write the code for you, because I wouldn't imagine the AI Studio expecting you to code everything without having some sort of AI assistant helping you code here. But I'll do a little bit more research on that from your posts. Yeah, I'm not really seeing the button. but I will figure that out and get back to you guys on. Thank you so much for subscribing in today, guys. Really appreciate it, and we'll definitely see you on the next one.